At 6, the soda tax, or is it a grocery tax? The mayors of San Francisco and Oakland have teamed up to get voters in their cities to approve a tax on sugary drinks. KPIX 5's Melissa Kane says, as always, the devil is in the details on these ballot measures. Melissa?
That's right, Veronica. This November, voters in Oakland will weigh in on Measure HH, and in San Francisco, it's Proposition V. Now, these are called soda taxes, but they could cost you even if you don't buy soda. You've probably seen the commercials asking people in Oakland and San Francisco to vote for a soda tax because...
But a small soda tax can make a big difference, reducing the epidemic of childhood obesity and diabetes.
Can a soda tax really do that? Well, the idea seems simple enough. Raise the cost of soda and people will buy less of it. But what if I told you that the soda tax we'll be voting on doesn't necessarily raise the price of soda? You may think that the soda tax takes place at the cash register, but it doesn't. It actually takes place in places like this, a back of a grocery store where the inventory is kept. That's because the soda tax is actually on the distributors of soda. So when they sell those big cases of Coke to a grocery store owner, they come in the door, the grocery store owner pays the higher cost, but once it's in the store, that's where the attachment to the sugary beverages ends. Once it's here, the higher cost of those beverages can be passed on to any item in the store. Alex Del Rio says he has no intention of jacking up the cost of sugary beverages.
It wouldn't be an ideal thing to just raise one thing. I would prefer to spread it out a little bit so it won't seem as affecting. We have produce, groceries, tortillas, flour, sugar, all the pretty much the necessities that we need at home. It could pretty much expand through all of that just to cover the cost of that sugar tax.
Berkeley already has a soda tax. According to a recent lawsuit backed by the beverage industry, the passage of such a tax ultimately leads to price increases on a wide array of grocery items at grocery stores and food items at restaurants. Today at San Francisco City Hall, there was a rally to support the tax. Oakland Mayor Libby Schaaf was there.
What do you say to grocers who pass the tax on to other products that aren't sugary beverages? Say they raise the price of lemons or sour cream to make up the difference.
That's shameful.
But doesn't the law not restrict where the grocers can sort of distribute the increased revenue?
This tax is on the distributor. It is not on the grocer. It is not on the consumer. And we need to make sure that grocers are passing that tax on accordingly. It needs to...
But there's nothing in the law that requires that.
I will get back to you on that.
The bottom line, these soda taxes don't necessarily raise the cost of soda for consumers. So let's look at that ad one more time.
But a small soda tax can make a big difference, reducing the epidemic of childhood obesity and diabetes.
Maybe it's true that a soda tax can make a difference, but there's no guarantee that it will. Now, supporters of these soda taxes say that it will reduce consumption. They say if they didn't, the beverage industry wouldn't be spending almost $10 million to defeat the measures here in the Bay Area. Melissa Kane with KPIX.